guys, and welcome to another Schematics update. This time we want to talk about the new Planet Coaster DLC, and we means me, AdfoTV. You can find my stuff on this wonderful little channel and on Twitter.
Hi, my name's Blind. I'm tired, and I stream video games at twitch.tv/BlindIRL and StupidSkull.com.
I'm Fog, and I tweet, I YouTube, and very infrequently but occasionally stream.
So, Blind, can you tell us why we are talking about new Planet Coaster DLC?
A couple days ago, that being March 7th, Planet Coaster published a sub-ID via the Steam database. We can see this. Essentially, it's an unknown app data package that has been added to the Steam database. It is a single purchase, available via online purchase or CD key. Looks virtually identical to the previous DLCs with the exception of the ID number, essentially meaning that they have added new DLC to Planet Coaster within Steam. We just don't know what it is yet.
Exactly, and I think, yeah, as you already said, it's basically the same. When we look up the adventure pack, and I will show it on screen here, the only difference here is that the package has a name right now, but if you scroll up a little bit, you can see the name was added 2 days before release of the adventure pack last year. So we basically are sure that there is a new DLC coming, and looking at their release patterns, we can say it will happen in the next couple of weeks, probably.
Very highly likely if we look at their previous release patterns.
Yeah.
Usually within a month after the Steam database link shows up, we get the DLC.
Exactly, so it's kind of the speculation when it gonna hit and what it will be. As Blind already said, it's very highly likely that it's gonna be released in the next 4 weeks. My guess, honestly, is that we will see an announcement pretty soon, and looking at that, Bo is at GDC, what her Twitter status says, which is from 19th till 23rd March. It's pretty unlikely that they will release the DLC in that week, so I guess we will potentially see the new DLC in the last week of March.
Pretty fair assumption.
Yeah, so one thing that I want to do is quell the concerns that this might actually be something similar to what they did at Planet Coaster, the Frontier Expo, let's call it. That's the actual name of it. There were DLC items given as an item to take home with you from the convention that was delivered in some kind of key form, and those were near exclusive to people who actually attended there and went there. Now, I think we can quell the concerns that this might be something to do with GDC for them to take home, and it will actually be new content.
While looking at the Frontier Expo digital goodie, it has the same stats basically, but I don't think it will be a GDC goodie bag basically, just because why should they? For me, it's looking like a new DLC, and looking back, like, Adventure was released 3 months ago.
Yeah.
The
Spooky Pack.
Exactly. Was released 6 months ago, so it's freaking time for another DLC.
Absolutely. So if we move into just speculating here, like, what do we think it's going to be?
The question is, what do we feel we want from Planet Coaster now around the table? What are we all looking for? More scenery, more rides?
The general quell on Twitter recently has been, especially from, I saw a tweet from Ruble not too long ago basically saying, yo, at Frontier, just give us like a bi-monthly set of items. We just want more stuff to build with. And I think that's kind of what the community's asking for at this point. Nothing huge, nothing super game-changing, because like that would be too much to ask for from a single-player game at this point. We have to look to a sequel to that sort of thing. So I'm expecting just, you know, a pretty standard item pack similar to what we've had before, maybe in a different style like retro sci-fi, or maybe something that fits the season. It is springtime after all.
Yeah, which kind of leads to another point that the community is asking for, more foliage, and springtime is flower time, right? So maybe we will see a pack of new foliage.
Yeah. Blossoming trees, for example, flowers, flower beds, flower patches, picket fences, all that lovely stuff.
The foliage is almost like a slam dunk in every kind of occasion that they've released them. We had the fall trees, which kind of offered more potential for people who wanted to create parks in that kind of season. We had the jungle trees that I've seen quite a few people using them external to a jungle theme and just using them to populate and give more realism to a canopy and give more variety to the actual tree lines in their park and creations. So in my personal opinion, and I'd love to see more trees, love to see more kind of brown ground cover and flowers. It would be a no-brainer, but we'll need to wait and see on that one.
Will we see new coasters?
I would love to see a couple new rides. I mean, there's, people have been asking for the Megalight since, I think, day one, or maybe before even.
Schwarzkopf-Looper.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we're still missing from the game that would be fantastic additions, especially laid down for people who've, stuck around this long, I guess.
Yeah.
Always more flat rides they could add to the game that would be easy additions to the game that would fit perfectly. There's a variety of fair rides. They could do something similar to what they did with the Monte-Leone, maybe as a free update, and take some of the more heavily themed flat rides and untheme them and give us just like straight versions. I think that would be a lovely addition if they were going to do some form of free update alongside of this. That's something I personally would love to see. I think a Megalight would be incredible.
Honestly, I think the time for free rides is up. We haven't seen any free rides with the Adventure Pack. Basically, the only free thing that come up with the Adventure Pack were like quality of life features and the Vista points.
Yeah.
So
that is a fair statement, but I do think that you have to bring people back. If you give them something to chew on, they'll come back for a bit and then consider buying the DLC.
Oh, probably, yeah.
That's just a thought here, though. I think Fog was going to say something.
Yeah, no, I was just going to agree with you about the untheming of the flat rides. I totally appreciate them rides that we have and the themes that they are part of, but there's one ride in particular, I'm completely going to butcher the name and memory, but it's the one which is kind of the witches...
No, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
The witches flat ride with all of the little kind of flying insert what they actually are here. I would love to see one of those just in a generic theme so that we can have a bit more ability to flex on where we actually take that ride in the theming. I think there's a huge potential for more rides that don't actually rotate around a circular base, because a lot of the rides are similar in nature. We do have like, I think 2 to 3 swinging rides, at least 2.
By the way, the witch ride is the Magic Twirl.
The Magic Twirl, okay.
I don't actually think I know that.
I looked it up.
So a bit more speculation on what potential themes we would like to see. Personally, I really wouldn't mind seeing something a little bit similar to what we saw in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 Time Twisters, with some roaring 80s Art Deco kind of scenery pieces to work with. Or one thing that I was kind of trying to do recently but found myself lacking the pieces and lacking the small elements to do them was some kind of studio film backlot.
Something similar to the old California Adventure Hollywood backlot?
Yeah, kind of like backlot where they would keep old props.
Yeah, that's what that was, except like larger than life and kind of cartoony. Very popular theme.
I'd love to see stuff like that because it could be a really nice umbrella for a lot of individual themes and variety, really.
You could mix in a lot of pre-designed themes. Personally, I would love to see a really nice retro sci-fi set, something kind of Tomorrowland inspired. The last set that we got, which was the adventure theme set, was very Indiana Jones, so like let's just walk right forward with that and just ape something else from Disneyland and just not call it Disneyland. So let's get something Tomorrowland themed. That would be lovely. Just very clockworky sci-fi.
That would be a thing, but what I really liked about the adventure pack is that it's themed, but also very versatile. Like, you can use the walls for basically everything. So I was kind of thinking more on the line of that. Basically, it's themed, but use it for whatever you want to use it. At least that's what I would love to see. Theme-wise, I would love to see Greek/Roman.
Ooh, okay,
honestly. But I think that's going too far right now, speculating about what we all want to see, because, hey, we've got a long list here.
Oh yeah, we'll just like ask for the universe while we're at it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's pretty sure to say that there will be a new DLC pretty soon, and we are already kind of hyped, or at least intrigued about what it's gonna be.
Curious.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. And for our listeners and viewers, not only thank you for listening and viewing, but maybe put in the comment section what theme you would like to see. Let us know. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.